Welcome to the League of Nerds comic book segment number 23. I'm John Cooney here to talk to you about comics released the 11th of July 2012 with a long list of comics to get through this week, so let's get into it with DC's Batgirl number 11, which is part 2 of the introduction of Nightfall as Batgirl takes on 3 new foes, the henchmen of Gotham City's newest supervillain. We've got Batman number 11, the epic conclusion to the Court of Owls with the final chapter of The Fall of the House of Wayne. We've got Batman and Robin number 11 as Damian makes good on his decision to defeat each Robin, but I don't know if it was a good choice to start with Red Hood. We've got Before Watchmen Minutemen number 2. Now, despite the controversy that surrounded this series of prequels, Before Watchmen's been a big hit, and Darwin Cook's Minutemen number 2 continues to tell the story of that superhero team. And again, I believe that his style, both as an artist and as a writer, fit this book perfectly. We've got Ravagers number 3, as Brother Blood is finally here. Beast Boy and Terra continue to feel the ramifications of the culling. We've got Suicide Squad number 11. Who is the traitor on the team? The squad is out to finally confront Basilisk head-on as one of the most violent missions yet. We've got Superboy number 11. Superboy spent his whole life in the clutches of nowhere, so now that he's free, where's he going to live? Guest starring Teen Titans teammate Bunker. From Marvel, we've got Ant-Man Season 1 hardcover. This is, again, those retellings that Marvel is doing, going back and revisiting the origins of some of their more iconic characters. So Ant-Man is a kind of a strange selection for me, but Tom DeFalco is bringing you the origin of the original Avenger, Ant-Man, and what demons drive a man like Hank Pym, and how did he begin his heroic career. Ant-Man Season 1 tells the story of the man behind the myth and reveals the fears and paranoia that propelled him to his greatest heights and his darkest depths. And it also includes Avengers Academy number 1. We've got Avengers Assemble number 5. Remember, this is a book that takes the team lineup from the Marvel movie and puts it into the comic book continuity. The secret behind the Avengers Assemble is revealed, but what does it mean for the future of the Marvel Universe? And we have the return of characters that the readers demanded. We've got Avenging Spider-Man number 9. Spider-Man plummets into action with the star of this month's hottest new comic, the all-new Captain Marvel, as they're 50,000 feet up and only one of them can fly. Got Avengers vs. X-Men Versus number 4. This is the premier Avengers vs. X-Men tie-in spotlighting 2 fights each issue. This issue showing Daredevil versus Psylocke and Thor versus the Phoenix-powered Emma Frost. We've got Fantastic Four Annual number 3. The Thing and the Human Torch investigate a mysterious magical paradox in space and time with the help of Doctor Strange. We've got New Avengers number 28. Another Avengers vs. X-Men tie-in. Prison Break Avengers style. We got Scarlet Spider number 7, part 1 of the 3-part second Master storyline. Something terrible is happening in the Gulf of Mexico, building to the biggest Scarlet Spider story yet. When Houston-based mega corporation Roxxon is attacked, Scarlet Spider finds himself right in the middle of it. We've got a new limited series that it's hard for me to say with a straight face, but we got Space Punisher. Frank Castle shoots his way through a criminal hierarchy of outer space. You've got Spider-Man number 3. Now that Peter Parker of Earth 616 and Miles Morales of the Ultimate Universe have met, can they both work together to defeat their foes, or will they require the help of Nick Fury and his Ultimates? We've got Ultimate Comics X-Men number 14. We've got the beginning of Divided We Fall, which is going to cross the entire Ultimate Comics line this summer, with Kitty Pryde making her stand and an event that will change the X-Men's lineup forever as we continue Brian Wood's take on the Ultimate Universe mutants. We've got Wolverine and the X-Men number 13, another Avengers vs. X-Men tie-in. Gladiator and the Shire Death Commandos take on the Phoenix, and we get the secret history of Warbird. From Dark Horse, we've got the massive, another Brian Wood book, Hidden from pirates in the ice and fog of the Bering Sea, the crew of the Capitol weigh the risk of detection against the need to rescue their missing crewmates. From Image Comics, we've got Peter Panzerfaust number 5, The Great Escape conclusion. Paris isn't safe and the plan has failed. A journey that began with promise comes crumbling down when the Nazis take the capital and France plunges into occupation. With nowhere to run, the Lost Boys make their final stand. We've got Walking Dead number 100. The Something to Fear storyline continues in this extra-sized chapter. It contains one of the most darkest moments in Rick Grimes' life and one of the most violent and brutal things to happen within the pages of this series yet. We've got multiple covers, 12 different covers out for this book, including artists Charlie Adler, Mark Silvestri, Frank Quitely, Todd McFarlane, Sean Phillips, Brian Hitch, Ryan Otley, and a 12th variant cover that's only going to be available to fans who buy tickets for the zombie-filled Walking Dead Escape Obstacle Course event, which takes place in San Diego's Petco Park on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of Comic-Con weekend. From Valiant Comics, we've got Bloodshot number 1, the start of a new mission for one of comics' all-time best-selling superheroes. The new Bloodshot is a military-based character complete with multiple imaginary backstories, all provided by Project Rising Spirit. That means we're dealing with a Weapon X-style blank slate, and we're not certain what's real and what's fabricated. Also from Valiant, we've got Harbinger number 2. The hunt for Peter Stanchek intensifies after an epic battle with Pittsburgh SWAT forces him to use his powers out in the open. Now he faces the most difficult decision of his life: continue to put his friends in harm's way or abandon them for the safety of Toyo Harada's Harbinger Foundation. Out in trades this week, we've got Batgirl Volume 1, The Darkest Reflection, collecting the first 6 issues of Batgirl number 1 through 6 from the New 52 series that brought Barbara Gordon back as Batgirl. And from Marvel, we've got Wolverine and the X-Men Alpha and Omega hardcover, collecting Wolverine and X-Men Alpha and Omega 1 to 5. Wolverine vs. Kid Omega for the dominance of the Jean Grey School. Quentin Quire has trapped Wolverine in armor and Wolverine's mind with no escape. If that weren't bad enough, Wolverine's body is destroying the school. This is another book written by Brian Wood, and I enjoyed it, so it's worth checking out. That's it for me this week. I know there's a lot of great books, plenty more that I didn't get to cover, so be sure to check with your local comic book shop, see what's out there, see what you may like, and let me know what you're reading. You can check with me on my comic book blog, he'sgotissues.com. That's a Facebook blog, so be sure to like it while you're there, and that way I can know that you're listening. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.